Hi!
Happy tea time!
Cheers!
This is our 58th episode of Tea Time with Team Epic Reads.
Can you believe it?
I cannot.
I cannot either.
And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about Dorothy Must Die,
Other new releases,
the Dark Days and Story Crush tours, and all the other good fun things in the world.
like how we just hung out with Jodi, Lynn Anderson, and Kimmy McGovern.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If you are any sort of Tea Time viewer or fellow Epic Reads in any capacity, you're probably aware that Margot and I love Tiger Lily so hard it hurts.
So much.
And this is the first time we met her, and she's everything I wanted her to be, and I love her, and I just want to move into a cabin with her.
We love this book so hard.
Read it. It might change your life.
Okay, so we get to meet a lot of authors in our job.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. I've never actually teared up, and it was really embarrassing because I was like, why am I getting upset? I'm like so overwhelmed with emotion right now, and I don't know why, but because meeting her, I was like, get it together, Wood. Get it together.
So
I'm getting a sad thing. Not sad, just like,
no, she was great and not weirded out by how weird we were.
Oh, she was very gracious. We were like, can you sign our box?
We got text. Oh my god.
That was like, we had
complete
total fangirl moments.
Oh, my bow fell out
So
already.
that's why I did a bad job of
Margot put my hair in a bow. So that's why we were late. We apologize, but sorry, not sorry.
If you are watching this live, in the description there is a giveaway form. Go fill that out. What we've been doing lately is we have to get rid of all of our books, so it's a grab bag giveaway. You will get something from our shelves.
And if you're a first time, what is awesome about Tea Time is you're here to talk with all of your YA book friends, so comment in the YouTubes section. Or if you're on Twitter, use the hashtag Tea Time. I am reading tweets.
And I've got the YouTubes. So what are you guys reading this week?
Tweet at us. Comment in the comment section.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a very slow reading week.
I had that last week.
Life is in the way. So I am still reading Tease by Amanda Maciel, which also is it's a really heavy book.
Very heavy.
And it brings up a lot of things, and I find myself having to stop because I need to think about it and process how I feel, and then life gets in the way and I can't go back to it.
It's a very relevant book.
There are so many themes of I keep going back and forth on who the bully is and who is not the bully, and
Is it the girl who did the bullying, or is it the society?
Yes.
There's the disembodied voice from...
And also there's a lot of pressure about...
Hello, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of sexual pressure in the book, and what does that inherently mean? And that's insane. And
it's lots of girl on girl calling each other sluts and bitches and skank.
Skank was big in my high school, and it's a horrible word. But so I am on a slow reading week, but that does not mean I'm not enjoying this book. It's just not one of those that I can personally plow through because it makes me think about.
You need to take
things.
your time with this one,
and I don't know how I feel yet. So.
And that happens. That happens a lot, actually. I feel like that happens more often than you think, where you plow through all these books and then you get one that's just you're like, whoa, I need to take a second and think about this.
Yeah.
That was me last week. I was reading Love Letters to the Dead, which was like that. It would just make me I could only read a couple of chapters at a time, and then I'd have to stop and think about it.
Yeah.
But this week I am.
You're going to be good.
I am reading Gone by Michael Grant. I have not been to this world yet. I'm moderating a panel at BEA this year, and he's on the panel, so I was like, well, I guess it's time to read his books. So I've just started this one. I'm about 100 pages in. I have no idea what is happening.
It's so good.
No clue what is going on.
I'm interested to hear what you think, because you wouldn't be my #1 target for this kind of
No, totally not. I mean, first of all, the ages of the main characters are a lot younger than I'm used to. Yeah, they're 14, and it's first of all, it's I love how Michael Grant just it's like the very first sentence is like, oh, all the adults were here. Here, I'm just gonna read it. 1 minute the teacher was talking about the Civil War, and the next minute he was gone. So it's just like boom, right there, and I love that it's just like he keeps the pace going and it's going really quickly, but it sort of feels almost like, this is gonna sound weird, but I kind of feel like The Walking Dead a little bit, like in that first episode where he wakes up and he's just like
trying to be like, what's happening?
Like, what is going on, and trying to figure out what happens.
That's about, and like that the main character who you're seeing it through, kind of like figuring out what's happening.
Exactly. So
it gets way more intense.
But there's just like, and it feels a little bit like Lost in a way, because there's like all these things, like there's this wall, and you're like, what is this wall? And it's like, what's the smoke monster? So
there's a lot of more questions. There's a lot of more questions.
So fun thing about Gone though, they got a redesign.
Yay! I'm a fan of the redesign
series.
I think I'm gonna have.
Let's see if I can hold these. The whole series got a redesign. Look how pretty.
I am a big fan of these covers because they match what's happening in the series.
So that's the new Gone cover.
My bows. Okay, I'll put them back in for when we talk about the thing. Hunger.
Hold that one up. What is on there? So those silos?
Yeah.
Oh, smoke towers.
And then this, if anybody has read this,
oh my god. Earmuff.
Oh my god.
Lies.
What's the other one? Yeah.
I haven't seen some of these.
You might get some spoileries. Don't look too hard.
I'm assuming at some point giant insects will arrive. I mean, just based on this. Fear.
Yeah.
And Light. So,
have you guys read the Gone series? It's definitely brutal. That would be my one-word description of the series, is brutal.
It's intense, but I like it. It's a good intense.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying that.
What are you guys reading?
What are you guys reading?
I am going to check in. Dystopia Books says, Margot, the series gets so good in the next couple of books. I agree.
Prepared.
The second book was like game changer for me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to get to Hunger?
Yeah. Elle Cammons is reading Panic by Lauren Oliver.
Yay. Yeah. Panic!
At Shy Book Nerd is reading Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. Love it.
There's a new Cruel Beauty e-novella out called Gilded Ashes. It's a retelling of Cinderella.
I know, I haven't read it yet, but like I love that world that she created so much.
Set in the same world, like sort of, it's like a little companion piece.
Yeah.
So
the world that she created is just, it's like how much they believe so strongly in like myth.
Yes.
And she set it up really beautifully, so I'm really into that.
That e-novella is 111 pages, so it's a sizable e-novella.
Dina Winchester is reading The Long Way Down by Nick Hornby and loving it.
Nick Hornby, he wrote. Did you write About a Boy?
Yes.
Yeah. Which is a TV show now?
I know, I don't get it.
I don't get that. Haley Guitardo says, I'm reading Her Dark Curiosity by Megan Shepherd. It's the only historical fiction series I enjoy. That's
saying something.
Good. Yeah, Megan Shepherd.
At Lily Tay is reading The Distance Between Us by Cassie West. Amazing so far.
That is our April book club.
Yay! You get a gold star.
Did I give it away? I think I gave it away last week. No. That is what we are reading. They asked me a couple of months ago. They were like, what should we read for April? Like, when we're planning ahead, because they always plan the book club stuff ahead. And I was like, The Distance Between Us. It's so good. It's one of those one-sitting reads. Very cute. Makes you feel good. I love feel-good reads. It's like it's like one of those movies that you kind of just like, you always go back to, and you're like, I just want to like watch something that'll make me happy.
Yeah.
So, would be that.
Kelly Sheridan is currently reading No Place Like Oz, Why Dorothy Must Die Waits Patiently on My Coffee Table. Oh my boy. I don't know how you're doing that. I'm trying to tie my gingham in my hair so we can talk about...
Do you need to see? There you go.
Oh, there we go. It's also my hair so thin.
I saw Book Nerd Canada on YouTube says that she's reading Perfect Ruin.
Ooh.
Very good. Emma S. on YouTube says, I just finished Still Star-Crossed by Melinda Taub. I'm not familiar with that one, but I like the sound of it.
Ooh. Okay. So...
Floor Ceiling Bookshelves on YouTube says, I'm currently reading Game of Thrones and The Book Thief. Those are very, like, World War II, historical, Game of Thrones.
That's a big jump between worlds.
That is a big jump. So what else is new this week?
I'm really excited about this week because
Feminist sci-fi!
Feminist sci-fi came out. There were 3 debuts this week, all by debut authors, all new stories, which got me really excited. It's been a long time where it's all fresh.
And these 2 are standalones.
Yes. Dorothy Must Die is a trilogy.
It is.
But yay. So,
but yay. Love standalones. It's very rare when you get sci-fi standalones.
Yes.
Very rare. This definitely could have other books in the same world because the world that she's created is massive because it's space and Earth, but not the Earth you know.
And it's done so well that it just keeps you asking questions, but not in a way where you're frustrated by it. You're just like, I want to know more. Dear Killer is a teenage serial killer.
This one is probably the most disturbing YA book I've ever read in my life. Disturbing
I will agree.
on, you couldn't finish it, which happens.
It happens.
I've read some books where I'm just like, nope, can't do it. I get a couple of chapters in and I'm just like, nope, not for me. But
Margot.
I have a dark and twisty mind, and I love it. I mean, my favorite show is Hannibal, and I love Dexter and True Detective. I mean, it's more on the lines of Dexter than it is True Detective or Hannibal because it is from the perspective of a serial killer, which is disturbing because it's think American Psycho. These serial killers who you don't sympathize with them. They aren't remorseful. They don't feel bad that what they're doing. In fact, she's a moral nihilist, so it's just, is it wrong? Is it not wrong? So it's very interesting perspective, and it's very violent. It's extremely violent, which I like violence. I like reading about it. I like watching it. I do not support it, but I do enjoy watching it and reading it. So that sounds really weird. It makes me sound like I like yay violence, but I like action scenes anyway. So it's brutal, and it's not for everybody, but it will. It's one of those books when you finish reading it, you're going to be like, I can't read anything else for a couple of days because my mind is wrecked. So
yeah.
Plus, she's a teenage author.
Yeah.
She's at Stanford. She is freshman at Stanford.
Yeah. I mean, the writing is super smart.
It's phenomenal. Her writing is it sounds like a seasoned adult author writing, like a seasoned this is also a perfect example of a true thriller. Very rarely have I read YA thrillers, and this one is absolutely a thriller, hands down.
Yeah. Also, in this, I feel like if we were Sesame Street, today's word of the day would be brutal.
Very brutal. Also, look at this. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Ooh, that's really cool.
I like it.
Dorothy's got one of those.
Dorothy's got one too.
Ooh, I love it.
2 girls on the cover.
So Dorothy Must Die is here.
Hence our little. This is the linking going on, and I put my hair in pigtails.
Margot just did this to me.
Pigtail bun.
I did not.
My pigtail bun.
Same plan. You guys can read this, and now we can talk about it.
Ah, yeah. It is out. It is here. Get used to it.
Did you get used to it? It is. If you're not familiar with Dorothy Must Die, it's so much fun. It is a reimagining of the world of Oz. Amy Gum. I say Gun all the time. I don't know why.
Gum.
She is been sucked up in a tornado and lands in Oz, but it's not the Oz that she remembers from the movie or the book. It's a horrible place run by a horrible person.
See, the thing is she's in this. It's not like she goes out and she's like, "Where am I?" She's like, "Oh, I'm in Wizard of Oz." The yellow road is green
and moldy and gross
and falling off, and people are.
Munchkinville is dilapidated and falling apart.
It's like your worst nightmare of Oz.
And then Dorothy you kind of quickly realize through the narrator you learn that what is happening, and people are pretty evil and it's pretty brutal. But
I'm just gonna keep reading this.
I had a lot of fun. Mainly because, here's the thing, there's a difference between you and I.
Yeah?
Wait,
what? We're not the same?
You are a major Oz fan.
Yes.
And I am not. I admittedly thought that The Wizard of Oz was just a movie.
I will forgive you because
I know.
I guess that's something that a lot of people know about.
So that's like my knowledge is like I'm entering this book only knowing.
But based just on the fact that you've only seen the movie, you still enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it very much. And it was like exactly the world like I remember, and I just thinking about it being messed up was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun reading.
It's a lot of fun, and I've read a couple of the Oz books, and I'm obsessed with The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, which is the original story, and Danielle Paige does her homework. There are so many nods to the actual books, not the movie, but the books themselves. All these characters that are in like the subsequent novels that make appearances in here, and you're just like Glamora and Jelia, and it's very exciting to be able to be like, oh my god, like I know like those little things, those like little nods to the original work is really great.
And it's fun to see a world that you inherently know.
Yep.
Be flipped, like completely flipped, and say that, oh yes, it was that world before, but this is how it slowly deteriorated, and you can kind of see that. Like
there's a blog post up on the Epic Reads blog right now that's your 101, your master class in what you need to know, like what's different about this book versus the movie, and like sort of what can you expect from this book, because it's dark. It's dark. But in a good way.
In a fun way.
In a very fun way. And we have some fun videos. I know we've been mentioning those. They are coming. They're getting closer and closer to being ready.
I hope that you like them.
They are not like, really reflective of how dark, the tone.
But we think they're funny.
We think they're funny. We hope you think they're funny too. So,
did you guys pick up any of these 3 books?
Let's see.
In the comments.
Kate Reads on YouTube says, so excited Dorothy's finally here. I was waiting forever for that book. Well, the wait is over.
Dystopia Book said, I just finished Dorothy Must Die, and it was amazing.
Yes! I've been comparing it. I compared it in a Like Try Why yesterday to Once, that show, Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
Totally perfect comparison, just because it's got that camp to it that Once has, and it's got that sort of the darkness to it, but also just like it takes the retelling and just spins it all around.
Yeah.
So
it's like the thing that you're familiar with, and like it doesn't change that familiarity.
Yeah.
Just
and Once has The Wicked Witch of the West is now on. I haven't seen the new episodes. It's been a while since I've actually watched Once.
Blue-Eyed Biblio said, I cried in the bookstore when I took Dorothy Must Die jackets off. It was so beautiful. Yeah, I will undress it again.
I haven't undressed Salvage.
Whoa.
Salvage doesn't have a cover thing, but it's beautiful and blue.
Salvage is so good.
Salvage is really good. It's one of the best space YA books I've read in a long time.
The ending of Salvage is probably one of the most satisfying endings I can remember reading in a long time.
It is a very satisfying read. It's like the story has a great arc, good pacing, amazing characters, not just the main character, but all the side characters. Also, it makes me happy to be, I'm like, yeah, girl power!
Yeah, you don't do a lot of eye rolling at the main character. You know how sometimes
a lot of times you're like, really, you went in there? Come on.
Yeah. She's smart. I mean, she's definitely...
I do it in movies, too, and I'm
mistakes.
Like... Yeah. Really?
She makes mistakes, but they're all, like, mistakes where you're like, yeah, I make mistakes, too. That's crappy.
Yeah.
You have to deal with the horrible consequences.
Let's see. Bookstrip. Elizzy Books on YouTube. By the way, you guys should follow her. She's a cool YouTuber. Or booktuber. I'm sorry. Booktuber. Elizzy Books says, Bookstrippin'. I like calling it that. Bookstrippin'.
At my thoughts lit just said, did you ladies know that The Wizard of Oz is a satirical allegory for America in the 19th century?
I assumed it was probably, I feel like everything that was written at that time was like a allegory for something else.
Something.
That was like main English class, and they'd be like, okay, what does this poem mean? And I'm like, something, I don't know, it's like a symbol for somebody like reaching maturity. I don't know. Love, death, love.
Well, I think like
brilliant analysis, Margot.
I think it's like whenever you see a magical society, you just like are like, ooh, magic, gates, sparkles, and then you don't think about like, oh, there's like a ruler and there might be corrupt and awful.
Yeah. Wait, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Anywho, let's check in with the Twitter and the YouTubes. Shanice Jones on YouTube asks, is there going to be an ARC party soon? Yes. Next week.
What? That was just dropped on you. That was just dropped on you.
We just
Boom.
decided right now it's gonna happen next week because the following week we're going on vacation. Where are you going?
I am going to Florida.
Florida to relax on a beach.
I have a little beach cottage, and
that'll
it's
be
just going to be
fun.
me and a cup of tea.
That'll be fun. And some books, some beach read.
Yes, suggest some beach reads for me.
Yeah.
I have a pile.
Paperback. Paperback books are better for the beach.
I have a pretty big pile. I'm actually probably going to take my e-reader.
That too, because when you're traveling, it's hard to bring a lot of things.
Where are you going? You're doing something fun.
I am going on a road trip with my dad, which I'm very excited about. We are road tripping from Albuquerque to Vegas. I think we're renting like a fun Corvette or some.
I'm really excited.
He's excited. Some kind of like fun old car that he's all jazzed up about.
That's fun. I want to see all of your pictures.
He was like, oh, we should go on a trip somewhere. And I do some photography on the side, and I'm like, so I was like, I was like, why don't we go to the Southwest and I can take some desert photos? And he was like, well, what's out there for me? And I was like, road trip, you can totally drive a cool car, Dad. He's like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do it. So we're going to go hike the Grand Canyon. And
Margot Ward, master of manipulation.
Hey, I learned it from the best.
I learned it from you, Dad.
I learned Thanks, Dad. Oh, when the student becomes the best. Wax on, wax off. Anyway.
So,
it's like spring break time, right?
It is spring break time. I think, are you guys off? Are you guys out of school?
Oh, yeah, everybody's freaking out about ARC Party. Sorry, we should probably go back to that.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear about our vacation.
Yeah, nobody gives a crap.
So ARC Party, we discovered...
should we explain what ARC Party is for our new viewers?
Oh, yeah.
As if we had any.
ARC Party is when we get shipped boxes of books, and then we open them up in front of you.
And we're like, oh my god, look at all these things. Oops, not that. Basically, all the stuff that's coming out in the fall, summer and fall, we get to preview it, and we get to freak out about it.
It's the first time we're getting to touch.
And smell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's exciting.
The reason why it's not happening until next week is because the boxes arrived, but as you may know, we're in the middle of moving, and it's hard to tell the difference between boxes that are ours and the boxes that are moving.
Yeah.
So today we were like walking around, Margo was like, oh look, I think those
are our ARC boxes, but they've been sitting next to the trash pile the entire time. So, yeah. So we're going to have a little ARC Party next week. We'll be giving away...
One winner will win a copy of every single book that we open up.
Mm-hmm.
It's an awesome thing.
Yeah, it is an awesome thing. But we'll also be giving away some other stuff because we got to clear out the shelves. We're getting in trouble for not getting rid of our stuff yet. So.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
It is hard to say goodbye.
The other news that we have is more tours.
Cornucopia, sorry, just one quick thing on YouTube. Cornucopia Reviews says, ARC Party is when bloggers everywhere cry tears of rainbows and mild jealousy. Rainbow tears!
That is our official description.
I'm going to copy and paste that because that is actually brilliant. Paste. Thank you, Cornucopia of Reviews.
Yay!
All right. So, other fun things. We have tours coming up. Tours.
We
have the Dark Days tour.
And the Story Crush tour.
And they're both happening in May. Starts May 6th. Goes to May 23rd.
They kind of like run up against each other.
Yeah. So, should we do the books first for the Dark Days tour?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
this one.
Ready? I'm gonna just have them rain from above.
You do one. So one we've already showed you.
Dorothy
Danielle Paige is going on the Dark Days
Yay!
tour, along with
clapping.
Kimberly Derting. Oh wait, we have sound effects.
Oh, the clapping.
Kimberly Derting, who wrote the Body Finder series, and she's got her new book out, The Taking.
Abductions.
Abductions.
I love it.
Hold on, let me get the clapper. There we go. I don't know what those little fireflies are doing, but they're doing something fun.
I'm excited.
So far we have Dorothy must die, or Danielle Paige and Kimberly Derting going on the Dark Days tour.
Oh.
Also with Kelley Armstrong
in the Sea of Shadows.
Kelley. She's fantastic on tours, by the way.
Yes. She's author of the Rising series.
Oh, I know I have.
There you go.
The Summoning, The Calling, all of those.
She has a new...
And all those adult books.
Yeah, she has a new trilogy. Is this a trilogy?
Sage Shadows, I think it's a duology.
Multiple books.
There's more than one. Look how much we know.
The Sea of Shadows.
Which I read. Spirit animals. They're spirit animals, and it's very exciting.
And then the final book
is...
Can you guess it?
It's right here.
Think of one that they don't trust us with having.
The one we don't have a cover for. The one you were most excited to read.
The one that they don't trust us with.
No, definitely not. The one with that white cover.
The one with the boys. It's the one.
The one. Okay.
It's the one.
Yeah,
it's the one.
One by Kira Cass. And where they're headed.
Flip it.
Flip it.
Texas. Oklahoma.
Missouri. I can't read backwards.
Illinois.
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
St. Louis. And Chicago. Chicago. So Irving, Texas, Edmond, Oklahoma, Kansas City, which is always confuses me because Kansas City, Missouri, not Kansas City, Kansas. That city's like divided into two. My older sister lives there. The one that peed in my bed. Fun times. St. Louis, Missouri, St. Louis, and Chicago. So we will post this up on the recap blog post after this where you can see the dates. We should probably check in and see how everybody's reacting.
Feeling about it? My Twitter, they're feeling really excited.
So we got Danielle, Paige, Kira Cass, Kelley Armstrong, and Kimberly Derting. Wow, lots of Ks.
That's a good lineup.
Kimberly, Kira, Kelley, and Danielle. That's kind of fun to say. So that's the Dark Days tour. But now we have the Story Crush tour, and the books for this one.
Ready?
Woo! Amanda Maciel and Kevin Emerson.
And special appearance by Kira Cass!
Kira Cass is going on both tours!
Because you can't get enough, and that series really transcends
because she's
genres.
that awesome, and that book is that huge, and everyone's so excited to read it. So she's going on both tours.
Because she loves us.
So the Dark Days tour is kind of a bit of like a Midwest tour. The Story Crush is San Diego, LA, Palo Alto, Beaverton, and Seattle. So it's a West Coast tour.
Just going up and down. That's really exciting. We are really excited. We want to hear all about it because we don't get to go to any of them. So if you're sad that you don't get to go, we are equally, because none of our city's not on this stuff either.
We'll get to, if you do go to them, look for Allie. She is part of Team Epic Reads. She goes on all of our tours.
She's amazing.
And she's there, so go say hi to her.
Tweet us the pictures, tweet us all of the feels.
Hashtag on Instagram.
And of course, during this time, we'll also just throw a general party on the book internet.
Exactly. So we'll be getting, there'll be some giveaways that we'll be hosting online. We'll be doing some stuff here on Tea Time. So more to come. But the Dark Days tour starts May 6th.
The Story Crush tour starts May 19th.
So we will post both of these on the blog after this. So you guys can check it out and make sure that you RSVP.
My Tea Time Twitter stream is just all caps about the one.
The one? I know.
Yeah. I'm so
We don't even have like a finished copy of it yet.
You know, I mean, we didn't get a Legion until...
That's true.
They don't
trust us.
Have the thing.
Rightfully so, because we would totally like read it immediately. We just sit here and be like, Chapter 1. I'm excited for Kevin Emerson to go on a tour. This is his first group tour. Yeah, and he's super cute.
Yeah, and he is talented and plays music.
Yeah, he's a musician. He's in a band.
Yeah.
In Seattle.
Yeah.
It's legit. And Amanda?
I haven't met Amanda, but I'm going.
She's an editor, I believe, at Scholastic.
Yeah.
So she's got like 2 jobs going on, which is pretty cool.
Making it work.
Kira Cass will also be at BEA. She is also on my panel with Michael Grant. So it's a panel about world building.
Yay!
With Scott Westerfeld, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah,
you fangirl all over Scott.
You've got a really good panel.
I'm excited. You have a good panel too. Isn't Amanda on it?
Amanda's on it. Amy Zhang. Becca Fitzpatrick, I think.
I think Becca Fitzpatrick is on there.
It's a world about writing the teen experience.
The teen experience.
I'm doing my homework. I'm excited. There's somebody else that I can't remember.
You'll be hearing more about our panels soon because we will definitely be eliciting your questions so that we can
sound smart.
Sound smart, and we can pass off your questions to them. Bringing BEA to you.
Yay.
Or you to BEA.
Whichever.
You guys should totally come to BEA because we'll be there.
Yeah, we're just now starting to talk about things that we want to do, but
I really want to get segways and just go around BEA, the Javits Center on segways, or at least Razor scooters.
Yeah, they have Razor scooters at like Google.
Yeah, they do. I want to scoot around and be like, books. Oh, you don't have a book. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
BA is like a playground for us. I feel like I'm excited.
And this will be our first year where like tea time is really like a thing. I feel like last year tea time wasn't as like big as it is now.
Well,
we're so huge, guys.
We had just started it. We just started it, and now I feel like they actually let us meet and talk to the authors. So when the authors see us, they will know who we are.
That's true. When as we met Cammie McGovern and Jodi Lynn. Where's Cammie's book? It doesn't have the cover. But
it doesn't have a cover on it, but
and they were like, oh, how often do you do this? We're like, you're first.
We've done a couple of like one-offs. Like Lauren Oliver isn't afraid of us.
Veronica Roth, we've done some stuff with, but they're releasing us into the wild now.
Now it's kind of like
the leash is off. Do we come back and sit and stay, or do we run away?
I think BA is going to be a lot of fun this year. We just have to do it. Yeah, are you guys coming? Who's coming? Tell us, because we're going to have fun with you.
Do we have anything else that's happening today? I feel like we were so frazzled because we were like doing some interviewing and so last minute.
We were late because we filmed video with Jodi Lynn and Cammie McGovern that we will share with you soon.
Carol Damasi Glatt on YouTube says, can't believe you met Jodi Lynn Anderson. My girls are reading Tiger Lily right now because you guys love it so much. It is our Chat and Chew title this month. I don't know what Chat and Chew is, but it sounds awesome because it sounds like there's food involved.
Yeah, and talking, which obviously we
especially with the food in my mouth at the same time.
Somebody who called us out on eating while we talk, and I stopped doing it.
It was probably my mother.
So I was like, this is fun, but I wish they wouldn't eat popcorn while they're talking. And I was like,
come on, popcorn is like...
Popcorn is my favorite snack.
Popcorn's delicious.
But
every day, every Wednesday after tea time, fun facts behind the scenes, every day after tea time, she pops a bag of popcorn.
My favorite snack.
Sometimes she leaves some for the rest of us.
And on really bad days, I don't. I
don't even bother asking. I'm just like...
Because
I like look for the stray ones, and I'm like,
I'm a firm believer that popcorn, if you smell it, you immediately need it, so I need to put out a peace offering for having made the whole office smell like popcorn for myself.
So, and the fun new thing that I think we're going to start doing at the end of tea time is question time. So we have this little table topics, box of questions.
So we're going to do a question of the day.
So a question of the day.
Okay, ready?
And we want you guys to tell us your answer to the question as well. Question of the week. What's the question of the week?
Oh, the question of the week is, what was the worst haircut you've ever had?
This is kind of a sad story.
Oh.
But it was the worst haircut that I ever had. I was in 6th grade, and I saw Alyssa Olianick. She was on The Secret World of Alex Mack.
Okay. I'm familiar with the show, not the actress.
She's also in 10 Things I Hate About You. She is Julia Stiles' sister. She had these cool bangs in the 90s, and I really wanted bangs, and I didn't have bangs, so I cut my own bangs. Never cut your own bangs. And my mom was so mad at me, and she was like, my horse has better bangs than you. So...
yeah. See, my story is similar. I think that if for all of the ladies out here, this is a similar story. I had picture day and I just cut them.
Just cut them.
I didn't even. I mean, I'm sure yours looked fine because you can do things, but like, I just was like, oh, this is how scissors work, and then there was like a big.
Oh, scissors.
My mom still didn't fix it. She was like, you're gonna learn your lesson, and we're not gonna try to hide it. So there's a picture of me on picture day, and I'm like,
no, that's so mean.
Yeah.
Randy Jennings on YouTube says, a really short bob. It looked so dorky. Oh God.
Ooh.
I did sun-in once in 8th grade, and it was bad because it went orange. It was bad, and it was like weird and like splotchy and what because you spray it in. It's not like you dye it, so it was like a big splotch here and a big splash here.
My high school, like I dyed my hair all the time. Like that was when I was bored. I would just have my best friend dye. So I've had a lot of horrible color jobs.
Sometimes I regret the stripes that I have right now.
I love your stripes.
Sometimes they look weird. Let's see. Dina Edwards says, I cut my own bangs once and it was a disaster.
Emily says, this one time I wanted my hair to be cut to my shoulders, but the lady cut it to my chin. It was scarring.
Oh, no, not the chin. No.
No, that's such a delicate line.
Oh, God, no. Jillian Berry says, I had a bowl cut as a child. My dad cut himself. My twin brother and I had identical cuts. Not my finest moment. Oh, my God, you let your dad cut your hair? Dads are so... The bowl cut. Like,
yeah, just do it. Sarah says, 5th grade, they gave me a bazillion layers and permed it. I was Annie, but fat with braces and glasses. It was awful.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Permed hair.
I did get it permed, but my hair, it sucked so bad. It didn't hold it. It fell out in like 2 days.
Oh,
also, somebody I have not heard of this. Somebody said, Eleanor and Park movie news thoughts?
I don't know those news.
But I am intrigued.
I'm intrigued. Color me intrigued.
Color me intrigued.
I do not know this news.
So link us to the news, and we will probably freak out about it afterwards.
Looks like everybody either did perms or cut their own bangs.
Yeah, bangs is the easy. It's right here. It's right here.
I know. I think I still occasionally cut them as an adult when I'm like too lazy to go to the stylist. I'm like, and then I do it, and I'm like, damn it, I shouldn't have done that.
Sam says, a red streak like Dave from Legend. It turned out orange.
Oh my God, that's so awesome. Oh my God.
We love it.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Anyway, so that was the question of the day.
Question of the day.
God, I could do those all day. That was fun. That was fun.
But we must limit ourselves.
Amy Hindle says, check Rainbow Whirl's Twitter. She was talking about it earlier. So if you want to know about the movie news, or just go to, I'm assuming Paige Premiere probably has something up.
Yeah, they're on it.
They are on it. So that's
what else?
That's it for this week.
Yeah.
We've got next week is Arc Party.
Prepare yourselves.
Prepare yourselves.
We need to prepare ourselves.
You definitely need to like block off some time because it's going to be about an hour, probably a little bit longer.
It's going to be a lot of this.
Maybe prepare your Twitter feed, like all your Twitter followers beforehand. Be like, yo, what's up? I'm going to be freaking out for a while. So sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Hashtag. Yeah. So that's it for this week. We had the Dark Days and Sugar Crush tours. We got the new releases. Where'd they go? There they are. Oh, and we have to do Dirt Faces this week.
Oh, okay.
Okay, ready? I
don't know what I'm going to do.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you.
I don't know what I'm going to do either. Ready?
I'm just going to do the eyebrow up. It's not a dirt face, but ready? 1, 2, 3. And scene.
Yeah. Did you really just do an eyebrow up?
You want me to redo it? Okay, all right.
Mario's like, oh, I look beautiful and perfect. Look at my
cheekbones. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And scene.
Yeah. Thank you.
And we will see you next week.
This is what a professional experience has been.
What?
For you.
Oh, us being professional?
Yeah. Our dirt faces.
Our dirt I know. We had this like
someone has employed us.
We had this like corporate meeting last week, and they were like, you know, be careful what you do on the internet because it might come back to how you don't want to do something that you might be, you know, embarrassed about later on. And I'm like, I do that every week on YouTube.
Be like, excuse me, sir. We make dirt faces.
Should we not be doing that?
Okay.
Screw him. We're still doing it.
We do it because we like making you laugh.
I live for the laugh.
I live it.
All right. We'll see you guys next week for the Arc Party.
Bye. Happy tea time.
Bye.